I can't tell if this card is good. Hold up. We are gonna find out together. The 6th ultra rare from Burst Protocol is Artmage Non-Finite. Level 7 Earth Illusion Fusion Effect monster. Now, once again, I'm taking this user translation from Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. There might be some wording errors or mistranslations, but for now, let's take a look. 2 Artmage monsters must first be fusion summoned or special summoned from the extra deck by discarding a spell trap and then tributing a level 7 or higher Artmage monster from hand or field, but you can only special summon non-finite once per turn either way. If this card is special summoned, you can set an Artmage spell trap directly from your deck. Once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can fusion summon a fusion monster using monsters you control. Ooh, strikes me as a very good card at first glance. Simply because cards that cheat the fusion summon mechanic, free extra deck summons, tend to be pretty good. Now, this one is not free because you do have to discard a spell trap and tribute a high level Artmage monster, which I believe out of the main deck ones is only Finmel, right? Only Finmel can really make this out of the main deck ones, but it does basically turn Finmel into a starter, right? Like a card that used to be a level 7 brick that required you to use other cards to get going is now a starter in and of itself, which is pretty neat. And I like how it plays into the theme of the deck where you want to be filling it with spells and traps, because this is another very easy way to get a spell trap into the graveyard. So cards like, I don't know, the Black Goat Laughs are really good in this deck because you can discard them for the field spell, but now you can also use them for this. So that's kind of cool. So easily accesses any Artmage spell trap directly from the deck, which is good. Can be used as consistency to search. It can search you the search spells, but it can also get you the traps for interruption on the opponent's turn. And it gives you another fusion summon on the opponent's turn. That's pretty good. Is the contact fusion considered properly summoned? Does not sound like it. In this case, it says must be fusion summoned or special summoned by discarding. That is not, unless they missed something in the translation, this is not treated as a fusion summon. So you would not be able to revive it or anything like that. That's pretty good for Artmage. Once again, it's funny. It's funny because when I'm thinking Artmage, I'm immediately thinking Genesis format, because honestly, even if this is really good, does this make Artmage good in Advanced Constructed? Probably not. Probably not. It makes it better for sure, but like meta, I don't know. Maybe it's good enough. Maybe I'm giving it not enough credit for Advanced Constructed. In Genesis, it's crazy. It is worth noting that it requires 2 Artmage monsters. So Medius cannot make it, right? Medius the Pure summoning the Owl will not make this because Medius, I don't think Medius is treated as an Artmage card, right? Medius, you would have to make the Octorus. So that is, but I mean, realistically, you want to make it with the alternative way most of the time, I think, anyways. I don't know how often you want. Sometimes you're going to want to make this the normal way, I think, but most of the time, the other one is better. Unless you're using the continuous spell to treat it as an Artmage. Yes, but then we're talking multiple card combo, not Medius 1 card combo, right? The on-field fusion can only use monsters you control. That is true. Makes it a little bit weaker. It's one thing that's cool though, is that you can, like, in order to create better follow-up, if you need to, one Artmage non-finite can make another one, right? You can use itself and another Artmage monster to make another copy of itself. Which then allows you to set another card from your deck for follow-up, as well as, I guess this depends on the wording on this card, because so far, they haven't included any hard ones per turns in the translation. So theoretically, if this is not hard ones per turn, you could summon multiple to keep setting follow-up if you have enough bodies, right? I'm not sure if that's true though. I would assume both of these effects are hard ones per turn. Oh, it can only summon. It can only be summoned once per turn. That's true. That's in here. So you couldn't summon multiple, but you could summon a second copy on the opponent's turn and then fuse with that copy again, if the wording here is correct. It can be another option to help trigger Nerva. It would give you multiple, like, this part is cool because it's like another way to, whenever you want, activate an Artmage effect to trigger your Nerva, right? Yeah. No, it's pretty sweet card actually for Artmage. I think it's pretty sweet card. If there's only one card here for Artmage, then this is definitely one of the better things they could have done. This is pretty nice. This looks like a very painful card to be Veilered on, to be fair. I mean, yeah, if the only way for you to start playing is sending a spell trap from your hand to the grave and tributing a Finmail, then this would be a problem. The thing is, like, by this card existing, you make a lot of the Artmage cards a lot stronger, because a problem with some of the Artmage cards like Graph Layer and Finmail is that they don't play on their own, and if you don't have one of your starters, you can't put an Artmage card onto the field to special summon them. This is a very easy way to put an Artmage onto the field, and now you control an Artmage, so you can special summon all of your other Artmages. All of your Graph Layers, all of your Finmails are gonna be easier to summon from your hand now, because you have a way to extend into a fusion that's called Artmage. So even if your opponent summons this first action and you Veiler it, they might now have Finmails in hand, Graph Layers in hand that can all activate. You needed an Artmage already to make this? No, in hand. You contribute from hand. It makes Finmail a starter in your hand. That's why it's good. It increases the quality of cards that previously were 1-0s because the quality wasn't as high. So, like, cards like Graph Layer... I mean, Graph Layer cannot make this because Graph Layer is not level 7 or higher. But, for example, Graph Layer plus Finmail plus a Spell Trap is now a much better hand. So you could see people play more of those cards. This also means the Finmail price could go up since it might be a 3-of now. Hypothetically, I guess. Once again, this depends. I think this depends a little bit on Genesis format, because I don't think this is going to create like crazy hype for Artmage in the TCG, unless I'm wrong and this actually ends up being a meta deck in the OCG now when this card comes out. Like if we see Artmage everywhere playing 3 Finmails after Burst Protocol releases in the OCG, then yes, it probably will increase the price of Finmail. But that's something I'd be more cautious with, because I don't know if this is top meta advanced constructed material Artmage yet, but it is definitely good in Genesis.